Shalom. Call Halal, Yahawah by Sham, Yahawashi by Sham, Qadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, the Israelite foreigners. And to the Yahawah that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson in truth. And this is just a backdrop. This video really has nothing to do with what this lesson. This is actually going to be a TikTok corner. I just found it interesting because I was looking at, just the random videos that popped up in the feed, and I watched a couple different videos, with firearms and stuff, and she's got basically, and what struck my attention was the IWI, Israeli Weapon Industries, and the prophecies of when the Israelites go back to Israel, all weapons will be destroyed. So yet just another, because that's an Israeli Galil, very well known, popular weapon of destruction, of death. But the prophecy of, one of the prophecies of when the Israelites return to their homeland is that all weapons will be destroyed, not that they will make market out of it and make money. I just found that to be interesting. But we're going to go into some of these TikTok videos, and let me read some scriptures first. This is Job. Why was it Psalm 64? So we just start there first. This is Psalms, I was in Psalms, but Psalm 64 and 8. And it reads, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves, and all that see them shall flee away. Okay, so in a hot second, you're going to know why I read that scripture. Okay, and here it is.
Being an American now is like being a cigarette. Like a long time ago, everybody was like, wow, those are cool. And now people are like, these are stupid and they kill kids.
Yeah.
Being an American now is like being a cigarette. Like a long time ago, everybody was like, wow, those are cool. And now people are like, these are stupid and they kill kids.
Yeah. Exactly. Being an American is like being a cigarette. All right? Because everyone knows that cigarettes are also instruments of death. And it's crazy that people seek comfort in them. They go to show you the mindset of people. How foolish they are. How stupid people are collectively. So the next scripture is going to be Job 15 and 6. This is one of my favorite scriptures because this is happening so much in these present, current evil times. These Edomites and people telling upon them, on themselves. But here we go. This is Job 15 and 6, and it reads, thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yeah, thy own lips testify against thee.
Funny country, Canada in general. It's so funny that you guys do land acknowledgements. We're just like, what the fuck? Who is that helping at all? You know what I mean? Imagine you fucking kick a guy out of his house. You live there, and every morning you just open the window and you're out on the street. You're like, hey bro, thank you for the house rocks. Thank you.
Which makes me think about when they talk to an Israelite here in America and say thank you for your service. But yet none of these Edomites are trying to give back what their forefathers stole and set up for their kind. And they don't want to acknowledge that. Just like this comedian is saying.
Yeah, it's really sick in here. Thank you so much. No, you can't come in. No, you're going to stay there. But I just want to let you know, I feel bad. That's so fucking stupid.
Let's run that back. Uninterrupted.
Funny country, Canada in general. you guys do land acknowledgements, which is like, what the fuck, who is that helping at all? You know what I mean? Imagine you fucking kick a guy out of his house, you live there, and every morning you just open the window and you're out on the street, you're like, hey bro, thank you for the house rocks, thank you. Yeah, it's really sick in here, thank you so much. Yo, no, you can't come in, no. No, you're gonna stay there, but I just wanna let you know, I feel bad. That's so fucking stupid.
Yeah, like he said, who the hell does that help? All right. This is next scripture is going to be Nahum 1:9. Another scripture that applies to what's going on now, because if we're literally coming to the end of the Edomite rulership, is happening right before your faces. All right, and their own people are against them, their women are against them. Yeah, a couple that I probably will play now that I'm thinking about it. This is Nahum 1:9, and it reads, "What do you imagine against Yahawah? He will make an utter end. Affliction shall not rise up the second time." So, you know, these Edomites, this was their hurrah. This was their manifest destiny. But like I often say, they didn't read the fine print. Manifest destiny has a part 2. All right. Well, they become the victims of manifest destiny from a heavenly realm. All right. But let's this little chick here. Is that it? Where's that video? No. Maybe I didn't actually save that one, with the Edomite woman going in on how they were oppressed by their own men, and women, and Edomite so-called white women are starting to wake up to the fact that this whole Roe versus Wade is only to save their race. And she's not down with it. She wants to have no parts of it. So what's happening is that white women are starting to be ashamed of the actions and the history of white men. And it's like, well, you know, why are you so ashamed now? I mean, you know, you benefited from it, you know. And all of one running around like this one right here. Let's play her. I do have hers.
I don't hate myself. I hate all other white people. And I say it again because some are slow. White people suffer from a cognitive affective group handicap called white ignorance. White people are not really civilized. It is white bombs that are falling on Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Mali, Palestine, Ukraine. It was uncivilized Europeans who killed almost the entire nation in North America and Australia. And not being able to reflect on this is below animality. And now Google, how to stop crying.
Wow. That was heavy. That was heavy. And for some of you who are slow, just like she said, we're going to play it again.
I hate myself. I hate all other white people. And I say it again because some are slow. White people suffer from a cognitive affective group handicap called white ignorance. White people are not really civilized. It is white bombs that are falling on Somalia, Afghanistan, Iraq, Mali, Palestine, Ukraine. It was uncivilized Europeans who killed almost the entire nation in North America and Australia. And not being able to reflect on this is below animality. And now Google, how to stop crying.
So, you know, like I was saying earlier, the video with the Edomite woman going in on the fact that now I remember where it was. It wasn't actually, it was a TikTok video, but I didn't watch it on TikTok. It was on Yasharalah's video. But, you know, they're, a lot of them really are against their men. They really are. Hell, we were at camp yesterday. You have both Northern Kingdom and Southern Kingdom out there camping near each other on Roosevelt. And a busload of Edomite women. It looks like a wedding party. There had to be at least 30 women on that bus. And one of the women stood up and lifted up her dress and pressed her ass up against the window. And all you saw was her big old wide, pale cheeks and her thong with her fat camel toe. She gave the brothers a show. All right? And because deep down, I think that the majority of them, even those who don't admit it, that's what they really want anyway. All right? But the Edomite male, he's being made bare, and he's being called out. He's being called out for his wickedness, even by his own. All right, so let's go to grab two quick scriptures and wrap this up. So let's go to Job 27:15, another scripture that's really fitting in a lot of cases in this current evil day and age. This is Job 27:15, and it reads, "And those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep." Because just like Yasharallah was saying in that video, they're talking about becoming, you know, they were trying to stop white women from committing, you know, having these abortions, because it turns out that the majority of babies that were being killed it wasn't the nigger woman. It was actually the so-called white woman. She's extremely promiscuous. You often hear me say that they're still the biggest whores and sluts on the face of the earth collectively. All right? You know, they do the weirdest shit. And unfortunately, a lot of our women follow behind them and do the same shit. But, you know, orgies and gangbangs and, you know, and all that crazy mess. But, you know, it's the fault of their own people, because it was Edomite men who pushed that doctrine of career and self over family and husband. So these women have been taught and brainwashed into that, all this independent stuff. Like this one here, I was driving around and you know, in these big trucks and shooting guns and, you know, and just making herself a target for all that know her. You know, because when times get bad, they already know all the firepower and she's got plenty of food and water, and they kind of come for her because she's putting herself out there like that. I don't even know if she realizes what she's doing. I'm talking about the sister on the screen here. All right. You know, but they're the one that pushed that we don't need men, you don't need a man, and that's completely and totally not true. All right? Completely and totally not true. Matter of fact, that made me think about another one. See if I can find it with the young lady, the sister's speaking about how women need men. All right? Here we go. Well, this is a good one.
Social media has 50-year-old women talking about they're single because they haven't met the right guy yet.
So he said 50-year-old women, okay? Because they haven't met the right guy yet. Just let them continue.
You're going to meet him soon, sis. His name is Jesus.
Yahawashi. Let's let it play again.
Social media has 50-year-old women talking about they're single because they haven't met the right guy yet. You're going to meet him soon, sis. His name is Jesus.
All right. And Jesus is a made-up name. It means earth pig. So you do the research before you run your stupid mouth. But the Lord's name is Yahawashi, and a lot of you are going to meet him, and it's going to be a shame unto yourself. And I'm always thinking, I'm trying to find that video where that girl was going in on these women and their behavior. Oh, here we go.
This submissive goes off on female cops.
Supposed to showing up to my house. Everything y'all do, y'all need a man for backup.
Might as well just send the man. Didn't nobody tell y'all to apply for these jobs? You know that stuff is too heavy for you guys to lug up all those stairs. Why would I have a woman try to defend me on my behalf? If I call the police, if I call 911, I want the biggest, strongest man on the police force to come to my door. I don't want some woman. Do not send a woman to my house. I don't care if she's 6 feet tall. Stay where you are. Literally, the only thing a female police officer can do is to point me to a male police officer. And you hear people talking about, oh, women are so strong. Women can do anything. Women can do everything. Women can't do jack squat without men. If you ask people to list off, what is the one thing, what's the strongest and the toughest thing that women do? Bear children. That's the number one thing they'll tell you, bear children. Guess what? A man had to invent the freaking epidural for women to have children in freaking peace. We still needed a man's help for the hardest thing that women do. All your husband wanted you to do is freaking sweep the floor and have sex with him when he comes home from work. Why is that so hard? Half of y'all on the internet selling it, next we'll give it to a man that's paying the mortgage. This is crazy. No, but you call it empowerment.
Wow.
It's empowerment when you sell it for $5.
This submissive goes.
So, you know, so it's like I said, this woman running around with guns, you know, she's not really built for that. Okay, she doesn't. Let's get this last scripture. This last video. Then I'm going to read another scripture and close it up. So here we go.
Who do you think is more dangerous?
Definitely this guy. I don't like the beard. Who's a terrorist?
The one on the left is not a terrorist. He's not a terrorist. He's a model and a jewelry designer.
Actually, without the beard, he will look very handsome.
But you would say the guy on the right is more acceptable because he has no beard.
Of course.
He's a murderer who killed 30 women. Who do you think is more dangerous?
Well, there it is, man. It goes to show you the intelligence of the average woman. All right. And how these women have been brainwashed to effeminize men. All right. But having a bald face with no hair on it is extremely effeminate. And is also in violation of the Most High God, your creator, man. All right. The man is supposed to have a beard upon his face, because actually the man that she tried to diss, he looks manly. And the other one looks like the creep that he is. He's a freak. Lover of blood. And that's typically the ideology of the average pale male worldwide. Real talk. All right. This is Jeremiah. Went too far. Jeremiah 49:10. And it reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, and his neighbors, and he is not." So he's not going to have children, all right? His brethren are all going to die. Your neighbor is also your brother, and he is not. He's about to be a no people, a nobody. They're going into to face 1,000 years of slavery, the most brutal conditions, the most brutal slavery that the world will ever hear of, all right? And then after that, they get rounded up and they get exterminated pertaining to the book of Obadiah in the Holy Bible. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash, Wa Abba, Kwam Yasharala, Shalom.